when I say mass uprising, I'm talking about the normal, demonstration on the street. People not need to just mobilize them, get on the street and demonstrate without any formal plan of how things should be done, because we know that if they try to formalize their demonstrations, try to do some voter education and civic education, whatever, that can be thwarted easily. People just need to just say enough is enough and go onto the street, because this is somebody, I think it was Maduku, who said this is a form of another coup. And if you think about it, ZANU-PF has done about 4 or 5 coups. In 2000, right, on the eve of 2000 elections, Vitalis Vinavashi came on TV live and said, "We're not going to allow anybody without war credentials to be to be in power, to be the president." And that in itself was a way of telling people that don't vote for opposition, only vote for ZANU-PF. And then in 2008, M. Changirai won the elections, and ZANU-PF sat on the results for, I think it was about 3 months, and forced MDC to come into a government of national unity. And then we had 2018, and then we have this one. So all these processes they've gone through the legal appeals, the legal processes, the GNU. We had to sit down. Tabombeki had to oversee that. So what I'm saying is the only untried and untested process is the mass uprising. Yes, it's okay to use a 3, 4 pronged attack on this agenda. You can use the formal process, which is to go through the courts, or you can use the process of mass uprisings.
People power.
Yeah, personally, I would advocate for an uprising, because any formal process in Zimbabwe has got a predetermined outcome, because it's a captured those spaces are captured by ED's team. There is no way that we can base our hopes on the fact that this is going to go through the courts and we're going to see, it's going to be a fair and a judgment that is going to be pro people. Because we cannot trust a government, right, or an institution that formalized and agreed that the 2018 elections were legitimate and the outcome was a, 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 a true and honest and accurate representation of the people's will. These people have been stealing elections. There's no way they can respect a referendum, right? This is an illegitimate government. We are fighting a government that, it's like we have a patient who's got cancer, and we are concentrating on vomiting. They've got symptoms of a bug and they're vomiting, and that's where all our efforts are. When the bigger picture, where the root of the problem is where we're supposed to be focusing on. Because what ED is doing now, this 2030 agenda, these are symptoms of a bigger problem. These are symptoms of an illegitimate government, a symptom of dictatorship. So instead of fighting for a constitution to be respected, let's fight the dictatorship. Because what we want is a leadership that respects the constitution. Because today, Uncle, if we, for some reason, we get a constitution from the heavens, Jesus writes a constitution for us, and we put it in in Zimbabwe, these guys will not respect it. They've failed to respect their own constitution, because this constitution that is there is a constitution that was written by MDC and ZANU-PF. And the MDC was arm twisted into agreeing to most of these clauses on this constitution. But they've realized that, it's no longer serving, because that constitution was serving Mugabe, but they now want a constitution that serves Mnangagwa.
Right.
And after Mnangagwa is gone, there's going to be another president, another ZANU-PF dictator who is going to change the constitution to save that same dictatorship. So what we need to remove is the people who are abusing the constitution, not defend this constitution. I actually agree with what Chamisa said, that there's no constitution to defend, because whatever constitution, no matter how good, how perfect it is, it's not going to be respected. England, for example, UK, they don't have a written constitution. But look how the country functions. A constitution is only as good as the people who are using it. If the people who are using it are bad, it's not a good constitution. You can defend it as much as you want, but as long as the people who are abusing and ignoring it and manipulating it are there,
Right.
we still going to get to the same conclusions. These guys have abused. If when election, 2,000 people died during the election. I think it was in, the first elections, the MDC that participated in 2000, and then the people that died during the 2008 elections, the kidnappings, the electoral fraud, all those things, they happened with a very good constitution. So even if Tendai Biti wins and James Timber and everybody wins against, this constitutional fight, it's not going to stop these people from abusing it. They'll still do it because they've done it. History tells us, and RIP's history will repeat itself. And I suspect that by fighting this through the courts, is going to legitimize what they're doing, because they would say the records are there.
Welcome to Zim One, a platform where every voice matters and every idea counts. This is a space dedicated to nation building, shaped by the thoughts, hopes, and lived experiences of the people of Zimbabwe. From the streets to the classrooms, from farms to factories, from elders to the youth, we bring together brilliant points from different gatherings of citizens across our nation. These are conversations rooted in reality, driven by patriotism, and guided by the belief that Zimbabwe's future is built by its people. Here, we listen, we reflect, and we share ideas that inspire unity, progress, and sustainable development. This channel is not about politics alone. It is about solutions. Not about division, but about collective responsibility. Join us as Zimbabweans from all walks of life contribute insights that strengthen our communities, uplift our nation, and shape the Zimbabwe we all want to see. This is our voice. This is our vision. This is nation building together.